Miss Janie. Welcome back to the Crafting a Bookworm. It's time for a flip through of our design team project, Sunshine Serenity. Okay, welcome back everyone. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you guys so very much. First thing I wanted to say is this is my birthday month. Yay! When you guys see this, which will be Saturday, it will have been my birthday yesterday, the 2nd of May. I'm actually recording on my birthday. So, having a really fantastic day. I just thank God for every year that He gives to me. And I've been so blessed. So, I decided I'm probably going to keep this beautiful journal. I'm thankful I had such a beautiful kit to work with from Diane at Faith Art Design Studio. I want you guys to please go visit her Etsy shop, go visit her YouTube. Will be all that will be linked down in the description box. So, I decided not to do the framed pocket on the cover. I was going to slide a tag in it because I wanted it just as it is. I love the scripture on the front, and I just didn't want anything to cover that up. Even if I just used a plain backed window, I just wanted it to be there, visible at all times. So the closure again is one of my elastic closures that I like to do. We got some really pretty yellow beads on here. These are wooden beads. And then I decided on the green button for the actual closure. As I said before, it's a very easy on and off system right here, just like this. Okay, let's go on the inside. If you guys hear a disturbance, it's probably my fan. I was really kind of warm when I first came in here, so the fan is running. Okay, so this pocket right here we did together. It was the very first pocket that we put into the journal. We got this really pretty tag. I believe this tag was one that I did for the Give a Scrap by Angela the Traveling Crafter. That's her hashtag, and I think that's what when I made this one. There was 2 tags that I did, and I believe that was one of them. I wanted this journal primarily for writing, so you're going to see a lot of these writing pages in here. This says Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Look at the beautiful pages for this kit. Again, this is the Sunshine Serenity kit. In this one is one of the book pages that we made the pocket, and here's a couple of the journal cards. We got a library card here, and then this really pretty design here on this one. Gorgeous. I think I'm going to have to turn the fan off. Much better. It doesn't take long for me to cool off. Okay, so over here we put one of the flowers from Diane's kit as well. I just printed them on the sticker paper. We did a little bit of a collage down here. I hope I'm in frame. And then right here is one of the pull downs. You got writing here, and then if you flip this way, you got writing on both of those sides as well. Here's a pocket with a piece of that trim. One of the pretty girls from the kit. This piece right here, it was some labels. I will put it on the screen, you guys, because I don't remember right off the top of my head where I got those labels from. But this one says Faith, Hope, and Love. I thought it looked really pretty there. Here's our next pocket. This is the pocket that is a wraparound. So it's like a page hugger, and it goes for both sides, and they're glued here and here. So we've got some music page on here. We've got this devoted. This was one I had from a different kit from Diane's. We put some of the canvasy muslin kind of fabric behind there. And then we've got this tag. Love the cross on there. It says Fullness of Joy, also Diane's. This part actually was not from the kit. This was from the coffee kit. This was a scrap I had left over from that, and I thought it looked beautiful with the music page. So I used it for that one. And then this side, we've got actually another little tuck right here. This is for Peace, Love, Jesus. And I made this in kind of an L right here and just kind of glued it that way. This says Resurrection, Hope Reborn, Love Restored. And then you could put anything in there, but that's what I decided to put in there. And then we got another tag right here. This might be the other one from Give a Scrap. So, yeah, because this was a piece of scrap paper right here from the scrap box. Some more hymnal page. We got here Hope, and then the music page right here is, or the hymnal page is Sweet By and By. So I decided to add that on there underneath the Hope. We got this really pretty flower here. I'm not sure what set or kit that I had cut that out of. We got some pretty white trim or ribbon on there. These vibrant colors and stuff. Now this right here is from Diane's Ledger music and background kit. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that's one of my favorite prints from that. Here's another one of these hugger pockets. Here's another tag. You guys see that most of my tags all look the same, right? This one says Jesus, the way, the truth, the life. We put a little whale tail tab at the top. And then on here we collaged. Oh, that's not sealed. I need to glue that right there. Oh, you know what? It's probably because it cracked. And then we got this really pretty butterfly on here, and it says Lord Jesus Christ. Because this was a piece of ledger that I got from Vanessa. And then over here as well, we put a pocket on here with some of that trim. This is a flower-like ticket from one of Diane's kits. It says Faith here. There's the library card. And then in the pocket is another tag. This one thinner. I don't want this video to be super long. Here are twin pockets for the center signature. We got this. This is one of the prints. It was a piece left over. Took another one of the flowers and put on there, and then one of the approved tickets. Just a journal card. And then this one I was going to just back and use it as a journal card because look at it, it was perfect. But it's actually this more to it. And I just decided to fold it in half and ink it all, and it can be all this extra writing space. Otherwise I just would have had the back part. But yeah, I really like that. You can use all your scraps up for journal cards and tags and all that stuff. I may still put something on there to be able to write on that. Right here we just did like a little scrappy tablet thing here. So I've got a couple of coffee dyed pages here. One of the ivory resume papers here. And then part of a hymnal page. And I thought that looked really, really nice there. And I can just use all this space to write. There's so many more things that I can do in this journal. Here's this one. I told you before that I reinforced that so that it doesn't do what the other one is doing. It's poking out the side. It's very old ledger paper. Then on this back side we put another piece of coffee dyed paper and this really pretty sunflower image here. for writing. Some more writing there. Oh, skipped a page. And here is what Diane calls messy stitched little tags and journal cards. I just put them in just like this. You could put these together with a brad. But they were perfect for that little spot. And then on the back of it, I just did a little collaged thing here. Here's a couple more of those labels with the faith art on it. And I took one of our really pretty journal cards with our pretty lady. And then behind that, we put some book page. And I thought that turned out really cute. Here's one of the pockets. We did do the other one together. This one we did not. This I learned from Diane, and Diane got from Margaret at 77 Plaza or 7 Plaza. I don't remember. I think it's 7 Plaza. And I really liked the idea of it, so I made one and then shared it with you guys. So we've got a pocket up here. And then we've got this spot you can put something, and then this little pocket here. And on the back, you got a little ticket pocket right here. And then another pocket right here. And if you do not do the back side, you could actually glue it down and have a pocket like this as well. However you want to do it, but I decided to paper clip them so I could get more of the pockets. So let's clip this back. And on the back side of that, we got this really cute tag from the kit. Now we're into the second signature. And so here I did take a bunch of the tags from the Sunshine Serenity. And I did put them all together with a brad. So you get all this writing space in one place. Just like that. Put a couple pieces of that trim on this pocket. Here's another one that that's the one that I had spared, and this is why it was spared, because I took the pocket off of it and I had that left, and I made that one the writing space. Here I just put the pocket back with this pocket, just printed it twice, and then we got these 2 library cards to put in there. Got a flower here. I might put some paper there for writing. And then inside, I just put some more flowers. And then I put the sticker down here. It says, "Rejoice in the Lord." Here's another one. We did the paper. It says, "Be joyful in hope." This we did together because I showed you the other half of it. We did this together in a video. And then we got this inside pocket here, and these 2 mini postcards. And there's another one of those labels there. This one was also reinforced. And then on the back side of that, I took 3 of the tags that were in the kit and made them tucks for these 3 really pretty journal cards, all from the kit. And they just work so good together. The colors are beautiful. It's so bright and sunshiny. There we go. I might put some more writing paper on there. Okay, here's a pocket. I think I learned these from Kim Newberg. I think that's who I learned to make these. Or it was Colleen at Get Art Creations. It was one of those 2 ladies. And so I might be doing a video on making these. And then inside we've got another one of Diane's tags. I didn't bother putting anything on there because it is in this pocket. And then I had this laying on my table, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a tag out of that. So I backed it, added a flower, a whale tail, and we have another tag that fits perfectly behind that pocket. Here's a couple more twin pockets, and we've got another really pretty lady here. And then this also was part of the kit, and I just put another label on there. It says, "It is finished." Okay. There's going to be ample writing space in this journal for me when I do get to using it. Here's another one of those pockets. I really like this one. On the inside it says, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid. Do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Joshua 1:9. We got "Be the light" down here. I stamped one of the Tim Holtz numbers down here, kind of, you know, twinning this right here. And I just love how this whole pocket came out. And then we got another one, another scrap. And I put another ticket on there. It's a big girl, you guys. And then here's what we did. It's twinned to the other one that I showed you right here. This whole layout. We did the same thing here, but we've got two tags instead. We put flat backs on instead of trims and ribbons. And then we got a couple of really pretty journal cards. And then here's the other side. We flipped. Now this I did not reinforce. I wasn't thinking, but now I'm thinking maybe it should have been, but we'll see. I could probably put a piece of washi. There's probably enough space for that there. But here's our pocket. We got another tag and two more of the miniature postcards. Here's our writing space, and it says, "You are inscribed on the palm of his hand." Isaiah 49:16. So more writing space there. Here's another one of the book pages. We put another flower in there. A couple more really pretty journal cards. The messy stitch. Plenty of writing space. I still have to put, I'm still going to probably put my stamp on here. And then into the last signature on the back side, looks like I forgot to put a tag in there and in there. But yeah, I didn't even finish that pocket. So there's that. And I was sitting there last night finishing up tags. I'm like, why do I feel like there's something else I'm missing? And I guess I just didn't go back here thinking I already did. And so I'll dress this pocket up and I'll put a journal card in there. Then this one I did do. This says Living Hope. We got some more hymnal page, beautiful flowers here. And then up here I just put like a small little, I don't know, some writing. It was another scrap from the kit, and then I put another sticker on there. And then here we got a couple more flowers on there. I didn't need to keep adding pockets because this is such a big journal as it is. And then we got this, Created with a Purpose, Ephesians 2:10. And then right here, this is another scrap. Made it a journal card. More writing. Here's another one of the page huggers. This one's a little taller than the other ones. And so we've got this tag in there. And then I put this little tuck, because this is actually the page with the butterfly. That was my favorite print. And I just reprinted and put that on there as the tuck for that. And then over here we got a little pocket. It says be strong and courageous. And a couple of these really cute little messy stitched journal cards for that little pocket. And then this one is just another one that I cut down for this tag. It's got a whale tail on the top. Lots of space to write in that. See, right here's the print. And it was this part of it that I used for that tuck spot. More writing here. This says received. Ticket. Here we just did a bunch of little flippies that I can write on those. Looks a little crooked. Some twin pockets again, and we've got a couple of journal cards here. This one's got a tab, this one does not. It says made to worship, Psalms 95:1. Some more writing space. Here we got 3 separate pockets made out of a hymnal page and 3 different flowers. Sorry if those are glaring because these are the rolled stickers and they're glossy. So we've got this journal card. Look how cute these little things are. And then we've got also this one here. And then this one at the top is just a quote card. This tiny little quote card. I can put a scripture on there. Now what I may do is move it down to one of these other pockets because I don't want the tab sticking out the top. I mean, I could. It'd be fine. There's another writing spot. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And that is John 14:6. Trying to make sure I'm staying in frame, you guys. It's a big journal, isn't it? Here's another book page. Had no choice but to fold it over because this is really, really old. Put another flower on there, another beautiful lady for that journal card. Here's the one that we did together. This one says, in the same way the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us. That's Romans 8:26. And then inside we've got this She is Strong, Proverbs 31:25. Proverbs 31 is my favorite of Proverbs. And then this is Rejoice in the Lord, Philippians 4:4. That one's attached to the pocket. And then up here, I don't remember if I put anything in the pockets when I made this. So we got this really pretty tag that came in the kit. And then again, one of the messy stitched, I'm not going to pull that out. Right, that paper clip's on there. One of the messy stitched cards, journal cards. Oh. Well, we're going to take it off now. And then the back, prayer. This is the one you can't read. The prayer of the righteous person is powerful and effective. The little tiny words, you can't really see them. They didn't print very well on the sticker. Then we got a couple little tags here, and then a couple of tickets in that pocket. And it says, my rock, my redeemer. They're really fun pockets to make. And I should have done one for my idea journal. But I think I can go back through there and figure that out. And then on this side, there's another one of the messy stitched music pages. It says love on there. And then here we did another one of those pockets, but I did this one small and used Velcro on this one. And then inside we have this cute little card, which was, yep, a scrap. And then I put the ticket on here, March 13, 1962. I chose that because of the 1962. That was the year I was born. Okay, and then we got another page hugger here. We got a little tuck spot on there for this beautiful journal card. And then here is a tag. This one we did with some ivory cardstock, and I just inked and stamped all that. Put on some hymnal page, another one of the flowers. This one says, "Be still and know that I am God," Psalm 46:18, and a little whale tail here. Yeah, I thought that one turned out really, really cute. I was like, oh no, did I make this too big? But nope, it slides right in there. And then we didn't do just one. We did another one. Same way. I stamped the tab also. Thought that looked really cool. Fearfully and wonderfully created. Psalms 139:14. And then this one's a little harder to slide in there. And then this one is one of her little journal cards, and I added a cross to it, a 3D cross, and then another journal card. And that tuck. And that is it, you guys. That is what there is to this journal. It is massive. I want to say a thank you to Diane for allowing me to create using her kits. It's really been a pleasure to work with Diane. She does such amazing Bible studies. They're always just so inspiring, and like I said, I've been blessed being, connected to Diane. Anyway, make sure you guys go over there and visit her YouTube, visit her Etsy. She's got beautiful stuff. Let me know in the comments what you think of this faith journal, if you like it. Like I said, I think I've decided on keeping this one. I haven't kept any of the flip-flop journals that I've made. So, as a birthday gift to myself, I think I'm going to keep this one. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.